again, my little yarnivores and spiderettes. Fiber Spider back again with another tutorial just for you. And today I decided to revisit a pattern that I had fiddled around with quite some time ago. It is the spider stitch, one of many different variations, mind you. Now, we're going back in time here. I had done a tutorial on a spider stitch shawl, which I really liked, but it was done from the bottom up, so it created horizontal rows of a colorway if you chose a yarn that changed color. Then from that, I did a center out square blanket utilizing the same stitch, and I thought, you know what, let's do a top down shawl so that if you're using a yarn that changes color, it creates this really gorgeous change of color in a V formation. And the repeat, very, very simple. I believe it's only like a 3-row repeat. Very easy to accomplish. It's lacy, it works up fast, and I think you guys are really going to like it. So, that being said, let's get into the specifics, shall we? So, scooting that up there. Oh, and I love this edging. It's so decorative, and it's a part of the stitch. Had to mention it. All right, so for this particular project, I used Lion Brand's Mondoa Bonus Bundle, and I only used the one skein, and I had this much left over. Yes, quite a bit of yardage. If I'd used the regular Mondoa yarn, I probably would have needed 2 in order to obtain the really nice size that I got, which I finally did measure it out for you. It is from point to point 84 inches in length and 38 inches from the top down to the point. So it's a really good measurement. That gives you an idea. Also, I used a size I. Focus, please. A size I 5.5 millimeter hook. And as far as the specs on the yarn, by the way, this video is not sponsored, but as per usual, I like to let you know what it is that I use in case if you want to duplicate the results. So this yarn in particular, it is 1,181 yards, which is great. It's 100% acrylic, so it's easy to care for as far as washing. It's also a weight of 3, yes? Yeah, it's a weight of 3. Now, typically, with a weight of 3 yarn, I would use a size H, which is a 5 millimeter hook. However, I really wanted to accentuate the drape and the laciness of this particular stitch, so I went with a size bigger than I usually do. And you can see the colorway there. It is called Meowth. So cute. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. Okay, row 1. So for today's example, yes, I'm going to be using the same yarn and the same hook so that you get an idea of what it looks like in person. So I'm going to start off with a slip knot. And there are, of course, a number of ways in which you could start this. You could do a chaining of 4 and slip stitch to the first chain to create a ring. You could do the magic ring method. Me, personally, I'm going to use my old reliable, which is I'm going to chain 4, and that's going to count as a double crochet and a chain stitch that we're going to work within. It's one of my preferred methods. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we've got a double crochet, and that first chain we're going to work within. And in there, we're going to work 5 double crochets. So we're going to have a total of 6 doubles for our first row. Very straightforward and simple. So just doing all of our doubles into that first chain there. Now, of course, if you have a method that you prefer more, go right ahead. The crochet police are not coming for you, and I say whatever works best for you, go for it. Okay, so I believe this is our total of 6, because that first does count as 1. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Perfect. All right, well, yep, that is the end of row 1. Row 2. Okay, start by chaining up 3. And on that third chain, you may want to go a little bit loose because we are going to be working into that third chain on the next pass. So chain up 3 into this first stitch, 2 double crochets. And we're going to be doing a lot of that. And that's how our rows always begin and how they end. So we've got a total of 3 double crochets coming out of that first stitch, then chain 4, skip a stitch, and then into the next one, 3 double crochets. All into that same stitch. Now, this is actually going to be our center spine for the shawl. So into the very next stitch, another 3 double crochets. And the center spine is going to be relatively uniform as to how it's formed. It's 3 doubles and then 3 doubles back to back, and it creates a really nice solid spine. So for uniformity and symmetry, going to chain 4, skip a stitch, and then into that last stitch, 3 doubles. Now, yes, it can be a little bit fiddly and tricky to work into, but just go slow, breathe, and there you go. So I got into there. I just need to do a total of 3 doubles into that stitch. There we go. And there you have it. That is the end of row 2. Row 3. Okay, row 3, going to be very much the same, except we're going to be increasing the number of chains in between our clusters. So start off by chaining up 3, turn the work into that first stitch, 2 doubles, now instead of chaining 4, we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And going to sort of hopscotch our way across to our 2 center spine stitches. So it's skipping these 2, the chain, these next 2, only going to be working with those 2 in the direct middle. So can be a little bit fiddly to deal with such a long chain here, but what I find helps is after yarning over, hold your yarn and then scoot your way to the stitch that we need to get into, which is that third stitch there with 3 doubles. Like so, and 2 more. There we go. Then 3 doubles into the next stitch. So basically the center spine, yeah, it is a total of 6 stitches. And ultimately you're working in the 3rd and the 4th out of those 6 for the most part. We will get there though. So from here, going to go with our symmetry once again, chain 6. Yarn over, and then 3 doubles into the last stitch. Again, it helps if you hold the yarn while you're getting yourself situated and ready. There we are. So 3 doubles into that last stitch. There you go, and that's the end of round 3. Now you're probably thinking, what is up with these chains? They're all wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey. It will get even more so on the next row, but we will be doing a cinching of these chains, these bars, so they will be nice and tidy, not to worry. So that's row 3. Let's move on. Row 4. Okay, row 4, we're going to take what we just did and expand upon that. So start off by chaining up 3. Turn the work. 2 doubles into that first stitch as per usual. Then chaining 8. So we go from 4 to 6 to 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yarning over and holding. Then going to our center spine, get you out of the way, thank you. Heading over to the center spine into that 3rd double crochet, 3 doubles. Skipping those first 2. So 3 doubles into that 3rd stitch, and then 3 doubles into that 4th one. Okay, so we got our 3, then 3 in the next. And then, again, for symmetry, chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yarn over so that we can then go into the last stitch of our row with 3 doubles. There we go. Now, I suppose technically you could go in between. However, I don't think it would look nearly as nice. Personal opinion there. And you know what? It's a good skill to have because there are a lot of stitches that look a lot better if you're going into the stitch as opposed to into a space. So that is the end of row 4. And yes, I know it looks like some sort of aquatic animal, but we will get there. All right. Okay, so row 5, this is where things really start to come together. So I'm going to start by chaining up 3 again. Turning the work. 2 doubles into the first stitch. And what we need to do actually is create new chain 4 loops like we did down here. So after doing your 3 doubles, chain 4, and into the 3rd stitch of our cluster, do another 3 doubles. And this is what I would say would be a finishing row, a row 5. But we are going to keep going. So 3 doubles into that 3rd stitch of the 1st cluster. And this is what gives us our really nice edging at the end of the project. So from here, we need to chain 2 and then gather our chain stitches. And that's what creates the spider. So chain 2, and going around all 3 of these chains, we're going to do a single crochet to gather them all up. So this does take practice to get even tension, but you'll get there. So going in through that chain 4 space all the way down, grab your yarn, pull it up, and then finish with your single crochet. So all those chains are gathered up. I'm going to do that again for you. And by the way, don't forget that after you do your 3 doubles, chain 4, 3 doubles to chain 2. That is important. You need that extra spacing there. So after doing your chain 2, you go into that chain 4 space underneath all 3 of your chains there. Grab your yarn and single crochet. You will get used to, like I said, the tensioning of it, and that comes with practice. So from here, chain 2, and then we have our center spine. Now, because we increased on this side, we also need to increase in the center spine. So into that first stitch, 3 doubles, and then chain 4, skip a stitch, and then 3 doubles into that next one. And because this is the center spine, we need a total of 6 for that spine. So we've got the 3 into the next stitch, 3 doubles, so that we have 6 back to back. There we go. Now, again, for symmetry, we need another 4 arch. So chain 4, skip a stitch, going into the next one with 3 doubles, there we are. Then we have to gather our chains. So chain 2, go underneath all 3, pull up the loop, and single crochet, chain 2. Now with these 3 doubles into the first one, 3 double crochets, chain 4, and into the last double crochet, make 3 doubles. There you are. And so this is the appearance that you would have for your finished shawl edge, so to speak. We are going to keep going though, but it is going to have this appearance where you have your chain 4 eyelets at intervals. But yeah, we are going to keep going. I just want to give you an overall idea. All right, so let us proceed. Row 6. Okay, this I would say is the beginning of the repeat. Row 6, 7, and 8. So start off by chaining up 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn your work. 2 more doubles into that first stitch. And so we have a chain 4 space. Well, we need to make chain 6s now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So skipping these 2 doubles, the chain 4 space, and these next 2, going into that third stitch with a cluster of 3 doubles. There we go. Pull out a little bit more yarn. Okay, now to bridge the gap and connect these together, chain 1, and into the first double of this cluster, 3 doubles. Going over the chain 4 space, chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Working into the third and fourth because this is our center spine. So into the third stitch, 3 doubles. Into the next stitch, 3 doubles. Working over the chain 4 space, chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Into the third stitch of the opposing cluster, 3 doubles. Bridge the gap by chaining 1, and then into the first stitch of the next cluster, 3 doubles. Bridging the gap over the chain of 4, chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then into the very last stitch, 3 doubles. Yes, we got this. There we go. Oh, almost had it. I have you now. Haha. All right, that is the end of row 6. Row 7. Okay, row 7, chain up 3, turn the work, 2 doubles into that first stitch. It's really nice when the beginning and ending is always the same. Find it rather convenient for my limited brain power. So, got our 3 doubles there. All right, now we have a chaining of 6, so that means we need a chaining of 8. However, what we're going to do is we're going to work our next cluster in between these 2 clusters. Work in that chain 1 space. So chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then, like I said, in between those 2 clusters, that chain 1 space, work 3 doubles. And it really brings this pattern together. I love it so. Yes, yes, yes. So we've got our 3 doubles right there. Get rid of my tangle, please. Thank you. Okay. Then chain 8 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Skipping all the way to the center spine, that third stitch, 3 doubles. And then 3 doubles into the very next stitch, because we need our 6 back to back. There we go. Then chain 8 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next cluster of 3 in the chain 1 space. Okay, chain 8 one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, then 3 doubles into the last stitch. There we go. Okay. We're getting there. Row 8, which is the last row of our repeat. Start by chaining up 3. Turn the work. 2 doubles into the first stitch. Now we're going to be cinching up those chains, so we have to create new eyelets, so to speak. So chain 4, and then into that third stitch, 3 doubles. Okay, chain 2, gather up our chains, going underneath, gather, and single crochet. Chain 2. Now for this one, going to do 3 doubles into the first stitch. chain 4, and 3 doubles into the third stitch. There we go. Chain 2. Gather up our chains, so scoot underneath that chain 4, grabbing the rest, and single crochet. Chain 2, and we've reached our center spine, so into that first one, 3 doubles, chain 4, skip a stitch, 3 doubles into the next, okay, and since we're on the center spine, we need to have our 6 doubles, 3 right next to 3. So into that next stitch, 3 doubles, and then chain 4, skip a stitch, 3 doubles into the next, pull out a wee bit more yarn. Okay, chain 2, gather up your chains, so go underneath, and single crochet, chain 2, into this cluster, 3 doubles into the first stitch, I'll get there. Okay, so that's 3 doubles into the first stitch, chain 4, then 3 doubles into the third stitch of that cluster. Okay, chain 2, gather up our chains, with a single crochet, chain 2, then in the last cluster, first stitch, 3 doubles, chain 4, and 3 doubles into the last stitch. Almost had it. I am not infallible. I'm a human spider. There we go. There we go. All right, so that is a full repeat. Let me just get that straightened there. There. I don't know why my camera keeps wanting to go out of focus, but there we have it. Absolutely love, love, love. Gorgeousness. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do the repeat once again because I really like to be thorough and make sure that you guys got it, and I like spending time with you. So I'm going to start off with row 6 once again. So chain up 3, turn the work, 2 doubles into that first stitch. Okay, we have a chaining 4, so we need a chaining of 6 to hop over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Going into that third stitch with 3 doubles. Bridging the gap, we need to chain 1 and then into the first stitch of the next cluster, 3 doubles. And of course, timestamps will be in the description box down below as per usual. Okay, so then needing to hop over this chaining of 4, we need to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into the, there we go, into the third stitch of the opposing cluster, 3 doubles. Also, I'm going to put links to the other shawl utilizing this stitch as well as the blanket, in case if you want to check those out. There we go. Okay, we have to bridge the gap once again, so chain 1 and then into the first double of the opposing cluster, 3 doubles. I'll get it. There we go. Okay, chain 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Into the third stitch, 3 doubles. Next stitch, 3 doubles. Okay, so we've got our 6, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I missed that one. Okay, I got it. All right, then into the third stitch of the opposing, 3 doubles. Chain 1, bridge the gap, and go into the first stitch of the opposing cluster with 3 doubles. Pull out a bit more yarn. Chain 6. Third double of the opposing cluster, 3 doubles. chain 1, gonna bridge the gap, going into that first stitch with 3 doubles. Chain 6. And 3 doubles into that last stitch. And there we go. All right. Onwards. Row 7. So for row 7, yes, we have the chains of 8. So start off by chaining up 3 and turning your work. 2 doubles into the first stitch. Chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then working your cluster in between in that chain 1 space. That's going to be 3 doubles. There we are. Chain 8 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And work your next cluster into the chain 1 space in between your clusters. There we are. And once more, chain 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, then working into our center spine, that third stitch with 3 doubles. Three doubles into the next stitch. Okay, and then chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 doubles into the chain 1 space. Chain 8 again. Three doubles into the next chain 1 space. Getting there. Chain 8 one last time. And 3 doubles into the last stitch. There we go. All right. Most certainly getting there. Alrighty. Okay, so last but certainly not least, row 8 for the repeat. Start off by chaining up 3. Turn the work. 2 doubles into the first stitch. And like I said before, this is pretty much what I would say the finishing row of the repeat. So after doing your 3 doubles, chain 4, skip a stitch, 3 doubles into that next stitch, okay, chain 2, and gather your chains with a single crochet, chain 2, three doubles into the first stitch, of that cluster. There we go. Chain 4. Skip a stitch, 3 doubles into the next stitch. Because we have to keep increasing the number of chain 4 spaces, and they'll just keep going and going every time you do a full repeat. So from here, chain 2, and gather your chains with a single crochet. And like I said, you will get used to this process, but it does take practice, in order to get that really consistent tension and look. So after your single, chain 2 into the first stitch, 3 doubles, chain 4, skip a stitch, 3 doubles into the next stitch. Chain 2, gather up your chains with another single crochet stitch, chain 2, into that first double, 3 doubles, chain 4, skip a stitch, 3 doubles. And because we're in the center spine right now, after doing your 3 doubles, into the very next stitch, 3 more doubles, okay, chain 4, skip a stitch, and 3 doubles into that next stitch. Okay, get myself a little better situated here. All right, so from here, need to chain 2 and gather my chains with a single crochet, chain 2 into the first stitch, 3 doubles in that cluster there, There we go. Chain 4. Skip a stitch, 3 doubles into the next. Almost had it. There we go. Oh, you little curmudgeon. There, haha. Okay, chain 2, gather up your chains with a single crochet. Chain 2 into the first double of the cluster, 3 doubles. Chain 4. Skip a stitch into the next, 3 doubles. Get a bit more yarn, but we're almost there. Yes, we are. Okay, so I got my cluster, chain 4 cluster. So chain 2, gather up my chains with a single, chain 2, and then into that first stitch, 3 doubles, chain 4, and after skipping a stitch into that last stitch, 3 doubles. Oh, yes. 1 and 2 and 3. All right. And there you go. Love it. Alrighty, my dears, so that is going to conclude today's tutorial on the top-down spider stitch shawl. I really hope that you liked it, and if you did, please give a little thumbs up button down below. You know that I appreciate your appreciation as always. And as I said before, the timestamps are going to be in the description box down below. Also, no, I'm afraid I do not have a written pattern for this particular shawl, but you can refer to the video whenever you like. And it is only a 3-row repeat, so it's just rows 6, 7, and 8 over and over and over as many times as you want until your piece is the desired size. Now, as always, keep in mind that my dimensions, based on the yarn that I used and the hook that I used, okay, gave me approximately these dimensions. However, you could use the same yarn and the same hook and end up with a different size. I mean, also, I didn't finish using the entire skein, but this is a ballpark, okay? Give you a generalized idea, because I do get often asked, how much yarn will I need for such and such a project? Well, there's no definitive answer based on my own personal gauge and tension, but this gives you an idea. You know, I hope that helps. So, you know what to do until next time, right? I want all of you to stay inspired, stay stitching, stay caffeinated. Please stay safe. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in my next video. Have a great day, everybody, and bye for now.